Welcome to hole number one of the Superstar 9-hole Cup. Starting off on the left-hand side with a quasar and an extra mile. You're going to go 4.5 top, 2 bars of left spin. Never mind all those old bars of left spin you see on my ball. This is a little bit older footage, but this shot still plays the same. Yellow ring near, but not on the left rough. And you got that second bounce up on the second fairway, pushing it to max here, even in this big wind, but not using any overpower. You don't want to hit that bunker or put yourself in any kind of bad position. Guys, I hope you are excited for this tournament. I know I sure am. On erelicgaming.com, I'll be posting free notes based on this video, so you can check that out for free. And as well, I'm going to play this from the second tee and pro live, and I'll be posting notes there as well for all the rounds. So second shot with the backbone here, negative 20% mid. I didn't include that negative, that dash mark on the video here, but that is indeed uphill, negative 20% mid. I do apply a couple of bars of backspin just to slow it down, control the roll, and make sure this one comes in as nice as possible. A bit of an inconsistent hole. Don't beat yourself up too much if you struggle here, but at the end of the day, there's some tougher holes coming up, so we really do want to try our best to get this one to drop. I wish you the best of luck here. Hole number two, this one's our first par three. I think we got a good chance here. Quasar and a sniper, keeping it cheap. About 1.5 top, 2 bars of left spin here. And you'll notice I've got the top left of that red ring just touching the rough. If you've got a higher level sniper, like a 7, 7 or more, then you'll have a better ball guide to get this one exactly where you need it. I adjust the shot at 35% mid distance here. You're passing over those bunkers, and it's downhill off the tee box, and that's just how this shot plays. I think we're going to really need to start this round off very strong if we're going to have a great chance finishing it up. I think the second half, if you will, is where we are most afraid. Close to the rough, behind margins there, but as you can see, this one comes in very, very nicely. Hole number three now, and we're going to take a look at the par 5s. We've got to tighten in an extra mile, going with 4.5 top, 2 left. So far, we've used that adjustment on all of our drives. 10% max here, and we're really looking to have that second bounce on the third fairway. This one, you might have to use some overpower here if we find ourselves in headwind, and I've even gone so far as using a power 5 ball here if it's proving to be difficult, because you have to get this ball in play to give yourself any kind of chance on the second shot. You could use something like a big dog if you're really pushing it with low-level clubs, but that's what you always got to do. You got to figure it out. But second shot, I find here, if you've got a low-level sniper, bring the Viper. It gives you more reach and more chance to get this one to go in. I give it here about a half a bar of top spin, which I think was a mistake, and 2 bars of right spin. Probably should have left it with no top, or maybe just a tick or 2 of backspin. But you'll be the judge here, and take note that the green slopes very aggressively from the left to the right. You know, it's just like, I'm just going down there. So you want to favor the left side of the cup, especially if you can see my ball guide there, and especially if you've got those kind of clubs without it. So keep that in mind. You know, this one is, it looks really, it's really reachable, but it's quite a difficult pin to dial in. So we'll do the best we can do. This one, I think, as long as we get that clean eagle, see, it's too fast here. Hole 4, par 4. This one we're looking for a drop, going right down the middle with the king maker. We need that side spin. 4.5 top, 3 right. See the top of the yellow touching the rough, and that second bounce is oh so close. This one here, if we've got headwind, we might just have to just play, you know, on the right-hand side or a little bit less aggressively here. I do end up using like inner wall or mid wall right curl here. Yeah, kind of middle of that circle. And this one has to be oh so fine. You'll see here, watch the second bounce closely. You'll see how close it is to the rough. You need to just be very careful here. Inner wall right curl, but not any right curl. You could roll off that fairway. So this is a tough one, but it gives us a very, very nice look at the green. And that's what we need, because these par 4s, they might just be the saving grace for getting those drops that we need oh so desperately. About 2.2 bars of backspin here, and I adjust this shot at 0% mid distance, leaving it just a little bit short. Make sure you accommodate for the lack of ball guides, any low level clubs you might be using. on any of your accounts. And, you know, it's all in good fun. Hey, if you're having fun, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. I'm always trying to give back anything I can from this beautiful little Golf Clash game that we share, especially to get those drops, baby. That's what we're talking about. Get in the hole. Hole number 5. This one's a pretty long par 5. I set up with the big topper here, very close to minimum distance. Max top at about a bar of right spin. You can use that right 1.5, you know, whatever works for you. I've got the top of the yellow ring up near by the top of the rough, and we're going to adjust this one at 10% minimum distance. Having headwind here actually is a better play for this drive setup, because in some tailwind situations, you're going to find you're not going to have room to adjust, and you might actually have to underpower this drive slightly. So keep that in mind. This one can be a little bit touchy, as can, you know, the whole game. So all in good fun. Clean drive, get that one away. And you notice I used a tiny little bit of overpower and a tiny little bit of right curl there, but you just have to play with a bit of feel sometimes. Second shot, we're playing with the big dog, and we're trying to get this one down as far as we can. You'll notice that even with the big dog, we're not reaching here. This is where a power 5 ball, if you'd like, could give you a better chance, but it's still no guarantees. I go 6 top here, 2 right, and I've got that yellow ring once again close, but half the red, just so that we can, about half the red, just to keep it great proof, just in case, okay? So we're going to make our 10% max adjustment. We're using like a ball and a half of right curl here, something like that, you know. And, you know, sometimes you use just a hair of overpower. You got that win, but, you know, the 2.6, it's not going to push too much. But just give it a couple of ticks OP there just to hit your spot. And you see here, too much curl, you could find yourself in that bunker to the right. But a little bit of love, you get that one on the green, and you clean up a safe eagle. All right, so hole number 6 for me personally has been a very difficult hole traditionally. There's many ways to play it. You can bounce it with the sniper, you can rough bump. I like to use 3.5 or so bars of backspin here. Set it up with this guardian. You'll see I'm going to pull it a little closer to us here in just a moment and have that yellow ring just about, there we go, touching that rough. And you'll see here how I'm offsetting slightly to the left of the cup just to try to compensate for that wind. 10% max on this pole. I think this is the safest way to go. Of course, having a higher level guardian, you're going to give yourself a better opportunity. It's not very often I recommend this club, but I think in this situation, you're better off to give yourself a clean chance than no chance at all and put yourself in trouble. As you can see, this one, without that offset, would have been very, very nice. R4, 7th hole, and I've got a Titan and a quarterback here. Set this one up with that red ring close to the right rough. 2 top, 2 bars of right spin. And I'm going to adjust this one 1 to 1. If you don't know what that means, for every 1 win, we're going to pull 1 ring. So for the win there, 2.3, I used about 2.3 rings of adjustment. I gave it about a third of a ball of right curl there, just to keep this one in the center of the fairway. The quarterback is nice to keep this one safe, but you can play it with any driver. Second shot, I play it with the sniper. But this one's tough. The position of that bunker, really have to have a long drive and then a good amount of backspin on your sniper to have a really good chance here, which favors, of course, sniper 10s and, you know, longer setups. But if you've got a lower level club like this, you're gonna maybe struggle here. Don't take it personally, it's just how it goes. But I try my best to get this one as close to the pin here without clipping that rough or going into the bunker, because let's be honest, I'd much rather take a nice little birdie here than to have to get this one in trouble. You know, having a kingmaker and the 3 bars of right spin, or even a katana with a longer second club could work very, very nicely as well. So lots of options here. This is not the only way, but this will get you down there. Obviously, a little bit of cleanup needs to be done still. Hole number 8, this part 3, I'm actually playing it with the Viper. I've got a quasar ball here, 2 right, and about 1, maybe 2 or 3 bars of backspin here. And you're going to see me play it kind of foolishly. This is a really old footage, but it completely will get the point across. I should have had the top of the yellow ring touching the bunker and then made a 10% max adjustment. Watch, this is painful, but don't do this, okay? It's a lesson. Sometimes we do things we regret. You always have to have room to make your adjustment. Nonetheless, you can play this in front of that bunker as well. If you've got a high-level sniper or like a backspin boost ball, you could definitely slow this one down that way. You just don't want it to run all the way down. Could put you in for a really tough putt. Hole number 9, and this is a long par 5 for a rookie player, especially if you've got an EM4 or something low here. I'm playing this with 4.5 bars of topspin, and I'm recommending a Titan, okay? I think you should play this one with a bigger ball, but if you have a bigger ball, you're probably still going to play it similarly. I'm mostly going for an eagle here, not a great Albie chance from the first tee. Doable, but not usually. So get this one cleanly down the middle here. No big deal with that little 10% max adjustment. Second shot, I'm playing with the big dog, also 10% max here. Given this as much topspin as you've got, 4 to 6 or more is just fine. You could use a little bar of left spin there. Imagine if you had a ball with some side spin. Hey, and if you have to use overpower, please do so and get this one down nicely down this last fairway. It's a little bit skinny, so take it easy. But, you know, the further you get here, the shorter your club will be. You can get this one into, you know, endbringer wedge range, but playing it with the thorn is not that bad, actually. I set this one up to bounce on the fringe here. You'll see I'm just kind of sizing it up. I'm a little bit further than mid, but you know me, sometimes I'm a little bit easy like that. I set it up on the fringe, 2 bars of backspin, and I adjust this shot at negative 20% mid. Guys, if you're still watching the video, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for probably being a subscriber. And if you're not, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It means the world to me, and you actually mean the world to me too. I really appreciate you guys, and I'm looking forward to all the live streams coming up. Oh, I love these tournaments. Thank you for being here. Get in the hole. And we'll see you soon. Thank you.